Hello. Hello. This is the monthly colour and chat of the colour and chat of July. Welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you've been following me along on my monthly colouring adventures. You can see the book I'm going to use today, or the book I've chosen. I haven't coloured in a Johanna Basford book for so long. If you know her colouring books, they're very detailed and inky, so I really have to kind of be in the zone to colour her books. But that doesn't stop me from, loving her books, loving her work, and if she releases a new book, then I'm always going to buy it because I love her art style. And what I thought I'd use today is, you can see my Tombow markers. These are like higher end water-based markers, because in Joanna's books you can't use alcohol markers because the pages are double-sided, and unfortunately the alcohol will transfer to the next page and ruin it. So we've got all these colours, and then the pencil work I want to do today is my good old, my polychromos. I've been itching to use my polys. And of course they're all messed up here. Okay, but you guys have seen these pencils before. They are just so popular. And yes, we will use them. Lots of colours to choose from. I have my coffee here because it is coffee time. I really need a coffee. And can I just say, it is a beautiful, glorious, overcast, rainy day today. So it's the perfect colouring weather. So let me just get set up and we shall start colouring. And the page that I want to do, there's Beatrice, by the way. Ow! The page I want to colour is, I have this marked. Oh, how cute. I just noticed this page full of snails. Oh my goodness, how cute. Oh, I might have to mark that page because I want to colour in that. Anyway, the page I want to colour is this florally seahorse or dragon. I haven't quite figured out what she is, but anyway, that's fine. I was in the mood to colour some florally stuff, so it was a toss-up between this book, Magical Worlds, and World of Flowers. And I was like, no, I feel like something a bit more whimsical. So seahorse and flowers, we can do some pretty fun and pretty things with this lovely seahorse here. It was a toss-up of this page, or I've got this one marked as well, or this page. Because look at the birds and the clouds and the rainbows. Like, how lovely would that be? You could definitely make that bright, because if you have rainbows, you've got to make it bright. But I thought, no, I'll just kind of keep it simple today. So we're going to go with this beautiful seahorse. Okay, Beatrice, you are going to have to move out the way. Why do cats always sit right when you are working? All right, cat's out the way. First things first, we will start with the actual seahorse, dragon, whatever. And I'm going to use this Tombow marker, which is 603. And I'm just going to colour her in. She's going to be a pretty purple Seahorse. Actually, let me just make sure that's not going through. Yeah, okay, no, we're good, we're good. Now, of course, you don't have to use Tombow markers because they can be a bit on the pricier side. There are other alternatives. Another one of my favorite is the Crayola Super Tips. But of course, I do find them a little streaky. But it doesn't stop me from using them, and I've had so much fun when I've used the Crayola Super Tips. They are a good staple in my art supply collection. Oh, I'm just so happy to be sitting down and colouring with you guys again. You know, this colouring is my favourite part of the month, to be honest. I really look forward to this. And as I said in many previous videos, this is like one of my favourite hobbies that I just love to do. This brings just so much happiness to my soul. You know, getting cozy, drinking coffee, and just talking shite with you guys and living our best colouring lives. Although my coffee's gone now, I had to make a phone call. And I was on the phone for a little while, so I was like, oh, can't let the coffee go cold. So that has gone, but that's fine. And the month of July has just been a real whirlwind. Let me tell you, I've had family birthdays, which is, you know, that's always a good time. Yeah, I've just heard some really devastating news about someone that I kind of know. So that's, yeah, it's quite sad actually, but never mind. Yeah, it's been so up and down. And then if I'm gonna be real with you guys, I actually went on a little date with someone, and yeah, that was interesting in a good way. I'm not going to say too much because I honestly don't know where this is going, but you know, it's a part of my life experience, so I'm just going to share it with you guys because that's what we do here. Like, all I can say is the guy's really good. Like, he's a great guy. I just, you know, with all men though, it's not just him, it's with all freaking men. You don't know if they're playing games or what the hell they're doing. You know, they're just so annoying. And look, when we do catch up, we have a good time. Well, I have a good time. I think he does. I don't know. It's hard to read guys at such an early stage when you're dating, or well, I wouldn't even call it dating at this point. We're just talking. But you know, it's really hard to tell whether they're serious or not. Only time will tell. So right now I'm just seeing where this goes. That's all I can really do. You know, I'm a firm believer of if people really want to do things, and not just in dating, like if people really want to do stuff and achieve stuff, they will make it happen. And, you know, that applies with seeing someone who you want to see more of or whatever. You make time for people. It's amazing how people's schedules just open up and, you know, when they really want something. So that's all I can say. But, you know, I'm not shutting it off completely, but it's definitely a wait and see where this goes. Like I said, he's a really great guy, but frickin' men are just so, no matter what the age is, men are just so annoying. Like some men can be really great, and you know, if you are dating someone or married and you found your great guy, then you are so lucky, because dealing with the riffraff out there is hard work when you're trying to date and just try to, you know, achieve dating goals and whatever. The next thing we are going to do is colour these flowers here, and I've gotten the pencils out now, but what I want to do is make them pink. So I'm going to use a Tombow marker that's pink and a Faber-Castell pink just to shade the flowers. Yeah, so what I was saying, so July has just been an absolute whirlwind of up and down events and emotions, let me tell you. And you know, I'll be honest with you guys, well, I'm always honest with you guys, but when I did go on that date, and it wasn't even a big date, it was just like we just met up for drinks. You know, I was a little bit nervous because I hadn't been on a date for a long time. And you know, when you're a bit out of practice, you do get a bit nervous, and you know, you go through all the emotions of, oh, should I cancel at the last minute? Then you're like, no, I'll just do it, because you know, you need to do stuff out of your comfort zone. But all the emotions. And look, I'm glad I did it, because like I said, it was fun. It's fun to be around him, but we shall see. That's all I can say. You know, it's hard to tell a true person's personality, especially when you first meet them, because I don't know this guy from a bar of soap. Yeah, anyway. So July has, been interesting. That's a really nice pink. I love purple and pinks. I told you I was going to make this pretty and girly. And the thing is with Johanna Basford's books, like, because she is very detailed and inky, you can either choose to just kind of go simple with all the inky details, or get really involved. You know, you sometimes you just don't have to worry about each individual section here and just colour over the whole shape. That's how I've learnt to tackle Johanna's books. If you have gel pens, they are really good for this, for all those fine inky details. One thing I am loving about July, or this winter really, is this winter has been wintering, and I mentioned that in my last video as well. It's just been so cold and rainy and overcasty, and that is totally my vibe, and I'm loving it. It's been quite refreshing because summer was so hot, and as we all know by now, summer makes me really cranky and makes me feel just flat. And yeah, this winter has been perfect. I decided to get the Tombow markers out because I had so much fun with them last time. Oh, sorry, that's the cat. Sorry about that. The cat, well, you all know by now, my Beatrice just loves to come up and sit where I'm trying to work. Anyway, as I was saying, I decided to get the Tombow markers out because I had so much fun with these last time. In the June Colour and Chat, I used them in the Mouse Guard colouring book, and I really like how that page turned out. So I decided to grab them out again. And I found out one of you guys commented on that June Colour and Chat, and you said the Mouse Guard book was selling for like $500 off, was it eBay or Amazon or somewhere? I'm like, excuse me? So I had a look on Amazon, and the book, I don't know what it is now, but last week when I read that comment, I'm like, excuse me, why is it gone out of print or something? And I think it has, because when I searched on Amazon, it gone up to $1,000. I was like, right, that is just so bad. So I'm going to make these black. So I do apologize. I did not realize that book was out of print and it was so expensive, because I bought it off Amazon years and years ago, and it was like $20 or $25. But it's, yeah, I don't know when it went out of print. I don't know when all this happened. I was just in shock at how much it actually is now. And it's a shame, because I don't know why that book has been taken off print, because it is such a beautiful story and a beautiful colouring book. Why do these authors and printers just ruin the fun creativity for everyone? I was actually quite devastated about that. And I'm still in a bit of shock. And, you know, it won't stop me from colouring in the book. Yeah, wow. Wowee. I don't know what the hell is going on in this world. Crazy times we're living in, people. Crazy times. Oh, I've missed using the polychromos. They're just so lovely to use. Small little dots. Almost there, just gotta do these little bits here. Okay, on to the next bit. I've gone yellow for these colors, for these flowers here. I was tossing and turning between orange and yellow. I think yellow will provide more contrast, whereas the pink and orange, how can I put this? Like, the orange is too similar to the pink, if that makes sense. Well, it makes sense in my head. And I wanted a little bit of contrast. Like, I didn't want the flowers to be too similar in colour, so we'll just go yellow. And purple and yellow go beautifully together. Is the flower there? And for the shading section, I've got these two colour pencils here, which is dark chrome yellow and burnt ochre. And I just realised once again that I'm really bad at saying what colours I'm using. What kind of colouring videos do I make if I can't show the people what I'm using? You just get caught up in the moment. Just want to check on the next page. No, we're okay still. Johanna Basford's books, the page quality is beautiful as well. Like when I first bought a Johanna Basford book, I was like, wow. You just feel so elite, and her books are beautiful and beautiful quality. And they're cheap-ish on Amazon. I pay about $25 to $30. Australian dollars, I should say. And I do follow her on Instagram as well. And I do have a bit of a soft spot for Johanna Basford's books, because if you are entering in the colouring book world, her books you will see everywhere. And if you like that style of art, you will, you'll get to enjoy her colouring books. It can be a bit overwhelming at first because you're like, wowee, there is so much detail. But you do learn how to kind of handle that detail and how to colour in her books. And she was, one of the first colouring book artists that I purchased. It was either I saw Secret Garden, or was it Enchanted? Oh, what's that other book of hers? Enchanted something. I should know the name of her book, and you guys are probably screaming at me through the camera, but no, it was Secret Garden that I bought first. Back and forth with shading. Alright, those flowers are all done. Just pop them over there. Now the next bit I might tackle is, well, let's just finish this. So we'll do the leaves, and obviously they will be green. I'll just pick what greens I want to use. These are the greens I have chosen for the little leaves here. This is green 126. Oops. And for these leaves, they are going to be green 245, and then an outline of a darker green 177. I've just realized I've just got to try and film these videos maybe in the evenings or at night time, because during the day the traffic on my street is just awful. Oh my gosh. Like, there's trucks and buses and motorbikes, and people rev their engines, which is just the stupidest thing. Like, it's just not necessary to rev your engine. Like, I'm that type of person who does not care about that. Oh, you think it's so impressive if you drive along and you rev your engine up? I think it just means you're a jerk of a person. I'm trying not to judge. I'm trying not to be judgy, but it's just so annoying. When you just want to live a peaceful life and get on with it, hearing the engine of a loud engine or a motorbike, oh my gosh. But if that's your thing, no judgment. You do you. I might wait for this to dry before I go in with the darker green, because what I find is if you go over a wet marker with another wet marker, it breaks up the paper a little bit, and then that's when you get a bit of leak through, even with water-based markers. So I'm just going to leave it for a minute. Now for her hair, I'm going to go in with a dark purple, which is 606, and I'm actually going to use the fine tip end of the Tombow. In case you didn't know, Tombows come with two ends. You've got the beautiful brush tip end, and then you have the fine tip end, which is quite handy for hairy bits like this. And hopefully that's not leaking through either. No. Sorry, I keep checking over the next page because I really don't want to ruin that page, because it is a beautiful, here I'll show you, it's a beautiful pumpkin page, and I do want to eventually colour that. And sometimes these markers can get a little bit watery, but I think I've just got to have trust in Johanna Basford's paper, because she, like I said, she does provide good quality paper in her books. Books I am reading for July. Let's talk about that. Even though there is absolutely no change since June, I'm still trying to finish the Throne of Glass series. I am still up to, is it Tower of Dawn, the 7th book out of the 8th book in Throne of Glass. I am still really enjoying that book, so I'm still trying to finish that. And I am still making my way through reading the Bible for the 2nd time as well. In my previous Bible colour and chat video, I mentioned that I'm reading the Bible a 2nd time. I've already read it a 1st time, and it's, honestly, I could talk about that book for hours. It is the most beautiful, poetic, cringy, it's the best. That's why I'm reading it a 2nd time. So I'm slowly making my way through that. I'm sorry if that weirds some people out, but as I mentioned, it is a part of my journey now. So I'm really enjoying some Bible time. And that's pretty much it for the books I'm reading. Not very exciting. Well, it's exciting for me, but probably not to you guys. Okay, for the little spikes, we are going to go in with the black, using the fine tip end. I'm actually really torn about what to colour the wings. Like, I don't know. I am so torn about what colours to bring out for that. I actually thought I would use more of my polychromos in this, but it's turning out I'm reaching for the Tombow markers quite a bit, which is fine. I'm still liking how this page is turning out. I actually do love the colours of the pink and the yellow and the purple. All those warm tropical colours. Spikes are done. After much umming and ahhing, I've decided to stick with the same colours as I have on this page, because for a moment there I was thinking about introducing some new colours to the wings, but nope, I just want to try and keep the same colours. So for the bone structure of the wing, we are just going to make that the dark purple. And for the flesh of the wing is going to be the same purple as herself. Now I do want to introduce one more purple to this structure happening here. And this is purple 665. And it's a nice, vibrant purple. And the green of the leaves. Okay, not bad, not bad. This is where we are up to so far. I reckon I'm just going to do a ton of pencil shading and then I'm going to call this page finished. So the first bit of shading I want to do is on, oh, I forgot the little tail bit here. You see that little bit there? That's what I forgot. I might make it this purple again. There we go. Alrighty, I will pick a shading color just to shade the seahorse. I have picked, what's this one? Purple violet as the shading color, and all I'm doing is just very lightly just going around the edges here just to give her a bit of depth and dimension. I swatched a few purples and I swatched a few like bluey purples, and as much as the bluey purples were really good, I didn't want to make her too blue. Like I wanted to stick to the purple. That's why I chose this color. You just kind of work your way in there. Oops. Just fiddling around here now. Alright, so I'll just finish doing that and then I'll check back in. Okay, shading work is done. You probably can't even notice a difference, but I promise you some shading is there. It's just very simple, basic shading. I'm not spending too long on it. And for the final bit, I've got these two blue pencils and I want to outline her in the blue and try and make it look like she's just sitting in water. I don't know how I'm going to achieve this, but I kind of have a plan in mind, and if it doesn't work out, then it's just going to be a blue, I don't know, something else in the background. So we'll start off with the lighter blue, and I'm just going to kind of outline around her like this. So the idea is like darkest to her and then lightest on the way out. How about I zoom in, Mona, so the people can see? So this may get a bit fiddly, but I'm hoping it'll kind of work out. It's just to fill in a little bit of all the white around in the background, just a little bit. But like I said, I don't really know how this will work out here. It's going to take a bit of back and forth. And then I've got a darker blue just to see if it'll add a bit of dimension. Just like that. I don't really know what this is going to achieve. I'm kind of just winging it here and see where this ends up. And then I want to kind of do like little ripples around the place. And I'll just kind of fiddle with that bit as well. And then in here, same thing. Okay, and we just go in with the darker blue. The polychromos are just really lovely to shade with. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go over the outline of her and we'll see where this ends up, but I'm not going to do anything different. This may take a while. So a check in with you guys. This is the progress so far. I haven't finished, but that's the idea that I want to do. So I'm kind of just at the wing at the moment, just going around. It does take a while to kind of blend it out softly and blend the dark blue to the light blue, but I think it's turning out okay. I don't mind it. I just thought I'd just check in the progress so far. And I will, yeah, I'll just carry on. Okay, this is a few moments later. Well, a lot of moments later, really. I'm going to stop there with this blue watery shading bit because otherwise I'll just get too carried away. You know, once you get in the blending zone, you could blend and work at things for hours, but I'm going to stop there. And for my last trick, I can't help it. I need to get my Posca pen out. Let me just zoom you in. And I'm going to just do, she's got little dots here. I want to fill those in with white dots. Just like this. So wherever Johanna has her little black dots, I'm gonna go over them with the Posca pen. It's all in the detail. Just finishing the Posca dots. I better stop because I could just dot for hours, but I don't know if you can see that actually, because they're very small, but I've kind of just dotted around the place there just to bring a bit of life. But I think I'm going to call this page finished, guys, because I do have to nip off now. And this was actually a lot of fun. And I don't mind how this turned out. It was just a nice, simple colouring page, as we like it around here. And thanks for joining me in the July Colour and Chat. And I will see you soon. Mwah, mwah. Ciao, ciao.